So before I do get into the video, I just want to thank everyone that has subscribed to the channel recently and obviously just watched my videos in general. And for 30,000 subscribers, I'm going to go ahead and do my very first Q&A on this channel. And I was initially going to do one for 20k, but I thought, you know, just wait a bit longer to actually build up my channel a bit more and, you know, get more questions. So I have my Twitter, where I posted a tweet, and then of course I have multiple YouTube videos, so I'm going to read some of the questions from there, and I will probably just have a few screenshots up. So let's get started with D3, and we have, how big is your cunt and how wide is your big toe? Well, unfortunately, I do not have a cunt, and I mean my big toe, I'd say it's about 1 inch in length, if that's what you're asking. Well, yeah, it does say wide, so that's your question answered, Donnie. And then we have Dan. If Zen and Donnie were dying and you could only save one, who would it be? The one that gave me the most Dragon Stones. Why do you torture yourself every day? I mean, still play Dokkan Battle. To be honest, I just still enjoy the game. Thank you, Toes. Is Shrek the best movie? Funnily enough, I actually watched that movie several weeks ago, and I still believe that the second one is the best. Can I get those digits, baby? I mean, don't you want to get to know me first? I mean, that would be nice. Why choose Goku Black as your YouTube profile pic? He's my favourite villain. Sell your agility god Goku. Alex, remember you made someone sell their agility margin Vegeta. I never made anyone sell anything, and that's not a question. What are your thoughts on the legendary I will comment Kakunax's videos? I think it's hilarious, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's Donnie's alternate account. Do you watch Dragon Ball Super? And if so, what's your favourite arc so far? My favourite arc so far is easily the Future Trunks arc. Do you love me? I do love you. Do you think Bandai will add Neo God Lead? And if so, what do you think the leader skill would be? The leader skill would be... Actually, I don't know. Wait, yeah. I always get confused with this question. I saw this specific question before and I got a bit confused. It will most likely be a 150% stat boost. And obviously no key. Who is the luckiest Dokkan player in your opinion? Overall, I would have to say D3. There have been certain instances where I've been pretty lucky, Nano's been pretty lucky, you know, and Dino. Multiple people have been lucky, but I feel like overall, and with being consistent, definitely D3 or Donnie. What is it like having Agility God Goku? Feels great. After all these months of not pulling him, and I finally have him at Super Attack 10 with a bunch of ability system buffs. So that is great to have. What ends are you from? I am from the UK. Very vague. What got you into Dokkan? Funnily enough, it was around the time that Dokkan was initially released, and I was constantly looking for Dragon Ball games on the App Store, and I could just never find any good ones. And one day I saw this, and I was like, okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and download it. I didn't like it at first, so I got rid of it for the next few months. And then I watched Dino's video, and I thought, you know what, let's go try it out again. And I got into it, and it just went from there pretty much. Have you ever seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? And if so, who's your favourite character? I have not seen that. What's your favourite football team? Manchester United / Real Madrid. What are your thoughts on the dub voices from Xenoverse 2 so far? I really like Kaba. I like Vardos. I think Champ is decent as well. I am not a big fan of Hit, and obviously if you've been following me on Twitter, and if you've seen some of my recent videos, I do not like Rose or Zamasu. How big is that D? I don't know how to answer this. I mean, I don't want to overwhelm all of you. Moving on to the next question. How did you feel about the Godku meme finally coming to an end? It was a sigh of relief, but I do miss seeing all the Godku picks. The main team you use on JP, who do you think would win in an arm wrestling match? What? The main team I use would be Heroes and Agility, and I don't... Between who? Between who? How comes it seems like newer players in Dokkan get better cards than older ones? I feel like some like algorithm just set in place where Bandai are like, you know what, we'll give the newer players better rates, and then the you know, older players crap rates, and eventually we'll raise their rates, like the E3, whose rates are consistently raised because he obviously works for Bandai, and then he can consistently pull multiple units, especially dupes, now that the ability system is out. But yeah, I think the way it works is the newer players have better rates, and the older players have slightly shitter rates, and eventually there are certain situations where it goes back up again. Is there a terrible card you like for some reason, for example, art or passive? I really like SDR Spirit Bomb Goku. He isn't necessarily the worst, but he isn't the greatest. How did you get into the Dragon Ball series, and how did it impact your life? Well, I used to watch it with my sister when I was really young, and my mum wasn't particularly a fan of it because of how violent it was, so I would watch it on and off with my sister, and it wasn't until I was like 9 or 10-ish, maybe even 11, where I started to get proper into it. And then, of course, when Kai was released, I started to get really, really into it. How did it impact my life? Well, if I didn't start watching Dragon Ball, I wouldn't be here, and that would be bad. Yeah, it would make me sad. For $10,000, would you sell your Agility God Goku and ever get him again? Yes. And you can't use him as a friend anymore. Well, I wouldn't use him as a friend anyway. What kind of card do you think Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta will be? If Super Gogeta and Janemba aren't the hero and villain leads, he will most likely be the hero lead. And if Gogeta and Janemba are the hero and villain leads, he will most likely be the remaining lead. Is physical Goku Black Bay or nay? He is definitely Bay. Can you get rid of Agility God Goku? No. What is your favourite type of music? Wow, I have honestly been waiting for this question to come up. I don't know if I will link it, put it up on the screen, but I may link my playlist on in the description down below. I literally have the most versatile playlist you will ever see. Like, so many different genres. You would not expect me to listen to some of that stuff, I'd imagine. Especially, I think it was Riku. I told him that I listened to rap, and he was like really surprised. So I would imagine that a lot of you would be surprised by that fact. So yeah, I have multiple playlists, so I may leave that in the comment section down below. Just, you know, leave a link to my Spotify. What would it take for you to sell your Agility Goku? A lot of money. Is there a card event or feature of Dokkan Battle that is the reason for you to get hooked? The summoning honestly just gets me hooked as well. The gameplay is okay. I do love using specific teams, especially the hero teams. Any plans on playing any other Dragon Ball anime card related games I'd be willing to watch? I've been playing Outlast a bit here and there. I would like to try out other things. I mean, I know Dan wants me to try Naruto, and the reason why I haven't done anything Naruto related recently is because, well, I say recently, or well, I haven't done any Naruto related gameplay at all because I just haven't seen a series, and I kind of don't want to start something that I'm not too familiar with. Otherwise, I just seem like a massive scrub. Who made you start YouTube, and who had the biggest impact? Okay, so I've been doing YouTube for like 8, maybe 9 years. It's not seriously. I started around Call of Duty World at War times, and I found someone. I became friends with someone on Xbox, and we started our own YouTube channel, pardon me. And we basically used to make glitching videos. And, I mean, that was like 2 channels ago, and then I made my own separate channel, which may still exist, I don't know, where I uploaded other Call of Duty videos without any gameplay, well, not gameplay, without any commentary, and then I moved on to this one, and I have had multiple different types of videos. I did Black Ops, I did Minecraft, I believe I did Pixelmon, you know, other things like that. Who had the biggest impact? Well, when I started making Dragon Ball videos, I was kind of on my own for a few months. I didn't really talk to anyone in the community. I was familiar with a few people, and then I started talking to D3, you know, Donnie, a bit more, and he honestly, like, there have been a few people that I have collaborated in, you know, the past few weeks / months. So the person that had the biggest impact by far was definitely D3. He basically commented on my SSR Nasus video, which was the best AoE units one. He shared it with Rhyme, and then I got invited into the group chat, and I met a ton of great people. You know, you have Dan, you have Talon, you have D3 obviously, you have Dino, Red, Nort, Nano, and I don't want to forget anyone, the Laughing Man, Toast, I hope that's everyone. I may be missing someone. If I forgot you, I'm extremely sorry, but yeah, the person that had the biggest impact by far is D3, and even till this day, he is helping me out, so I really do appreciate his support as always, and he is definitely one of my best friends. Why did you start YouTube? I just always enjoyed making videos. What anime do you watch besides Dragon Ball? Attack on Titan? Yeah, I'm not much of an anime fan, as weird as that sounds. When did you start playing Dokkan Battle? Around the end of December, start of January. How long do you see Dokkan Battle lasting? I retweeted an article where it said that Dokkan Battle made 26 million. So Dokkan Battle isn't going anywhere anytime soon, and they have heroes to cover the content. You know, newer cards. They have Dragon Ball Super, which is still going pretty damn strong. It's not going anywhere for a long while. What is your opinion regarding the longevity of Dokkan Battle? And in the current situation, pardon me, the exact same thing happened when they were releasing, you know, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, Gotenks, Super Vegito in a short period of time. Even then, we were worried about the longevity of the game, but there are just so many different things that they can do that I don't see the game going anywhere anytime soon. Who's your favourite Dokkan YouTuber besides D3? Honestly, I haven't been watching too many YouTubers lately, but I do like watching the Sidemen, Rhyme Style, Nano, you know, all those guys. I watch all of their videos, specifically the summoning ones, because I just love their reactions. Would you ever race a subscriber? I would definitely race a subscriber. I've honestly been considering making a series where I do race subs, but in a different manner. I don't know, I'll get to it eventually, but I do want to work on other things first. When did you get into Dokkan Battle? I already answered that. When we saw just you got Goku. What made you continue your YouTube career when you were starting out? To be honest, I've always been the type of person to be like extremely motivated. When I want something, I really stick with it, and I will, you know, talk about the other things that I've pursued in my short life so far, and I will be going a bit more in depth as to what I've done. But I've just always been a motivated person. I always just try to. I find it very hard to give up, basically. I'm very persistent. Also, did Phil survive your RKO? He did. He still survived. What is your job and when is your birthday? Who do you want in Dokkan Battle? Did you like my forfeit comment? I am pretty I think this is the guy that asked for the face reveal, so I liked your forfeit comment. What is your job? At the moment, I do YouTube. And when is your birthday? The 14th of June. Who do you want in Dokkan Battle? On Global? No one. On Japan? No one really. Why do you hate GT? I don't hate GT. I mean, everyone has a different opinion on it. I just don't personally like it. And do you like Super Vegito or Gogeta? I prefer Vegito. When are you going to race Living Ichigo? Send nudes? No. Blue Vegito or Super Vegito? Blue Vegito. Do you love me? I do, D-Frizzle. What's your favourite console game? Probably Call of Duty. Yeah, sad as it is. When Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta drops, won't he have the best link set in the entire game? I thought Vegito Blue would have had the best link set in the entire game, so Gogeta most likely won't, because he'll just get shafted. It's not that he will get shafted, it's just that I doubt they'll give him the free links. In your opinion, who is the best football/soccer player? Cristiano Ronaldo. I am a big fanboy, and he was definitely one of my biggest inspirations when I was playing football. Have you ever looked up Ningen? Yes, I have looked up Ningen, and there will be a screenshot on the screen right now. It's extremely creepy. Serious question. You pray to God every night for a Godku Dokkan Fest? I do not, to the surprise of many people. Do you think pineapple pizza is good? I do not. If there was a multiplayer in Dokkan Battle, who would win, Rhyme Style or D3? D3. Sorry, Dino. Would you be willing to do a collab, summons, or race with me? I did one of D3, which is amazing, and would be awesome to do with you too. Yeah, I will. Well, you can hit me up if you want, if you're watching this, and then we can sort something out. If you could have one single power from Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super, what would it be? Super Saiyan. Come on. I know it's boring, but why wouldn't you want Super Saiyan? I was about to say key control, but with Super Saiyan you have key control, obviously. Are you into football? If so, what is your favourite team? I already answered that. After New Gogeta and Janemba drop on JP Dokkan, what Neo Godly will be next? I have absolutely no idea. So, Also about re-rollers, the power creep on JP, and how Global was shaping up 3 major banners in 20 days. Global... I have no idea what that meant. Do you think Dragon Ball Super will end when Goku left with Oob or something else? I hope it's something else because I've always hated the ending of Z. I just thought it was a massive cop-out, didn't make sense. Why are these guys upset if Goku has instant transmission? He can literally just train Oob and then just go back home with instant transmission. I don't know why they are upset, for God's sake. Alex, who inspired you to play Dokkan Battle and how come you came across Dragon Ball? I'll answer that. Why you always have low battery? I don't know, it's just a coincidence. How do you save up for stones? I buy them. There's no saving up. Will you max out your Super Saiyan God Goku Super Attack done and in the dupe system? Haven't maxed him out yet, but I have given him a few ability system buffs. Do you miss the old Dokkan days when you don't one-shot or nearly one-shot every single Dokkan event? I do. What inspired you to do Gacha games and play them in general? I mean, I just like Dragon Ball and I enjoy Dokkan. Who's your favourite unit? At the moment, probably Vegito Blue. Is selling your favourite card actually useful? It is not. It's horrible. And I haven't done it, so I wouldn't know. The units that have aged the best and upcoming Dokkan cards. The units that have aged the best. Gogeta, Full Power Frieza, Agility Super Saiyan God Goku, STR Super Saiyan God Goku. So many different units that, you know, I can't think of all of them off the top of my head. But there have definitely been multiple units that have aged extremely well. Did you watch Hunter x Hunter? Dan has been on my arse for several months because he wants me to watch Hunter x Hunter and Naruto, and I will most likely never get to it anytime soon. Who do you think is the next legendary rare? I have no idea. Will you marry God Goku? No. For Gogeta and Janemba, what do you think their type is? And you think it will be another Super Saiyan 3 lead off with the Neo, but what off with the one Neo lead? No, it will be a double Dokkan Fest, hence why, yeah, so they will both be leads. How old are you? I'm 18. What's your opinion on Brexit? Fuck Brexit! What would you do if Bandai saw your channel and removed your Godku to revive the meme? Stop playing the game. What would you do if I or Bandai troll you by deleting your Super Saiyan God, then giving the account back to you? Don't do that. Just don't do that. So I just realised that I forgot to answer someone's question, and basically it was asking me if I thought I'd ever make Dokkan Battle content, and honestly, not really, because I was really busy with like different things at the time, so I didn't really feel like I would have time to go with YouTube again. But eventually I did get into Dokkan because I really enjoyed it, and yeah, definitely made the right decision because I really enjoy what I am doing right now. So thank you yet again. So I think I've answered the majority of the questions. If you have other questions for me, do let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll try to answer them in the comment section if I did miss them. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and again, I would like to thank you all for the support in the past few weeks / months. Just, you know, the support that you've been giving me for like the past year or so. If you've been following me, of course. But yeah, I really do appreciate you guys, and hopefully we can get to 50k in no time. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one.